Good evening, it's Wednesday and I'm back in front of the camera. We'll start with a bit of housekeeping. Last time we spoke in person, we talked about what you have available for cooking because I would like to make you cook something, but you said that you don't have an oven. So I've been thinking in the meantime, and I would like to know what you do have instead. You have stoves, I believe, and do you have microwaves? Do you have electric kettles, stuff like that? Anything you have, if you could list those shortly in your next video or just in the description, that would be fine. And then I'll figure something out for you. In the meantime, the challenge for next week will be a little bit more technical. Simply put, I don't have any requirements for what your video next week should include or be about. However, I have a requirement for the aspect ratio. Right now, your videos have both a top bar and a bottom bar, and then on YouTube it adds sidebars, which means that your video will be centered in the middle, but have blackness all around. I'll put a link in the description to a support page which shows it a bit more clearly. Anyways, this looks a little bit silly, and as far as I'm aware, you should be able to fix it completely, or at least make it a little bit less expressed. So I don't know how. It depends on the program you're using, but I have confidence that you will be able to figure it out. Now let's talk about quotes. So you mentioned that you've been collecting quotes and writing them down, and I have too, but it's been quite a while since I wrote the last ones down, and I don't write them down in real life, I just save them in a text file on my computer, but sort of the same thing anyway. I don't know if this is something a lot of people do, or if it's just a coincidence, but long story short, I have a couple of favorites that I've saved for a long time, and I've tried to find those on Goodreads. Now that we are talking about quotes, I actually have one on paper, which is right here. I don't know if you can read it, but it's from, say, Frank, when he started up his new show. And it says, "There is no need to sharpen my pencils anymore. My pencils are sharp enough. Even the dull ones will make a mark." I like quotes a lot, and I think it's because they communicate something pure, a single thought or a single message in a very concise way. There's always been something about how you choose your words, something that makes the thing you're trying to say either have a larger or a smaller impact, simply by virtue of the words you're choosing to express it by. Anyway, back to Goodreads. As I said, I tried to find some of my favorites on it, and what I've learned so far is that its search engine is really, really bad. I mean, sure, it can help you find the different authors, but if the author is, for example, John Green, and he has 212 pages of quotes, or something like that, it might take a while to go through them and find the one you're looking for. So in no particular order, and not necessarily my top 5, these are some of my favorite quotes. And a premature apologies for getting some of the names wrong. Carl Bergman said, "They may forget what you said, but they will never forget how you make them feel." I like that. Makes you remember that maybe choosing the words is not the most important part as long as you get the message across. Mark Aurelius said, "If you're distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but due to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any time." Khalil Gibran is quoted for this, but I think it's a translation, so I'm going to use a slightly different version than the one I found on Goodreads, which is, "I've often hated in self-defense. Had I been stronger, I would not have used such a weapon." Richard Bach said, "When you come to the edge of light and step into the darkness, believe that one of two things will happen. Either you find something solid to stand on, or you will be taught how to fly." And the last by Bruce Furstein, "The difference between insanity and genius is measured only by success." Anyway, tack, you're it.